Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me as we jump back into Farm Sim 25. And indeed, we are here on the Alone in the World map. And it is March the 1st. I've advanced another month, so actually 2 months worth of time. I have filled our little warehouse. So you can see 250 at 250, many pallets of many things. And sold off what was left. And we're sitting pretty good on money. Now, there will be all of February's vegetables still at the gardens. So we've got a chunk more money ready to come in. But what I'd like to do today, as it is a day we can get back to doing all of our planting and such. Jeez, kind of put that thing away a little filthy. We need a planter to start with, so we are going to go down to the shop and grab ourselves one. Hope everybody's doing well today. It is May the 1st, 2025 as I record. Looks like it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day here on the Sunshine Coast of BC, Canada. Looking forward to it. Alright, oh, the store's not that way, dude. That's the way to the garden. Been going out to the garden so much in the last little while, I just automatically head that way. Alright, there's our beautifully, fully ferted field. And all that. It's also spring, so we're going to start thinking about getting some aminals. But before we do that, we're going to check the state of things like the pig feeder and the moo feeder and, you know, all of those sorts of things. But for now, as I said, let's go see what sort of deals we can find on a planter. I would like to get either sunflower or soybean. That's going to depend. I know there's something else we need to put into the piggies besides grains. And I believe it will also plant certain veggies. Like I think beans can be planted with a normal planter as opposed to the vegetable planters, which do most of the other stuff. But happy enough, if we can get beans planted, I'll take them out of the garden, replace it with something else. Oh, there's the trailer that I bought last time. I haven't taken it home yet. But this is the one I got to replace what we had. It seems to have, important note here, seems to have a lower profile overall. So it should be doable. Ooh, look at that. After many months, we've actually produced some sort of a vegetable-y thing over here from one of our production factories. So let's shut down the big tractor and go have a look at what we've wrought, shall we? We have preserved beetroot. Alright, so some pickled beets, some bags of spinaci, and jarred green beans. Lovely. Isn't that a nice little bit to have? Beautiful. Alright, let's have a look at planters, shall we? Anything in the specials department? Not really. You look like you might plant things, but you don't. Okay, so planters. We're probably just going to go with this first guy, actually. I mean, he's 6.5 meters. It plants beans and beets and soybeans and sunflowers and all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure what this white beet symbol is. I mean, it looks like the red beet symbol, but with no color. And is that not canola? Why would it include canola? But at 6.5, and it has its own cultivator built into it. As well as does seed and fert. Wow, what more could you ask for, really? Yeah, you'll do. Wheel setup, couldn't care less. Rim color, like that matters. Let's buy it. Yes, very much. Okay. Okay. Now, we are going to need at some point to buy the veggie harvester, but luckily I've got one here that if we do this and then hit combos, this guy here, 353. Now we're a little shy now because we just spent a bunch of money, but like I said, we've got probably several bunches of veggies to sell. Couldn't think of the name of it. I'm sitting here staring at vegetables and I couldn't think of the name of it. So see, there is a little bit of crossover, right? This guy will harvest both the planter stuff and the vegetable planter stuff. What is that? Is that, oh, that's probably peas, eh? Peas, spinach, beans, carrots, parsnips, sugar beets, and taters. Boy, it does a lot of stuff, eh? So yeah, we will be picking one of those up, but, well, later, man. Alright. Let's grab the planter. Now, can I? There we go. Scooby up the last little bit of seeds that are sitting there. It wasn't much, but it's been sitting there since we started the game, so what the heck, right? Alright, my God, those are some miserable looking trees, aren't they? Eesh. Oh, hang on. I believe we have another product. Check it out. We've got sunflower oil. Very nice. Alright. Good to see things coming along. It only took 6 months. Alright. Let's get our planter home. We'll fill her up with happy joy juice and go plant some stuff. Specifically beans, sunflowers. I don't know about corn. I don't know that I want to bother. Like I said, I'm going to look at our food requirements for our animals and go according to that. If we need soybean planted, we will plant soybean. We've got the fields for it. I think we've got 4 empty fields currently. So, yeah. Oh, when do we plant rice? Ah, next month. Okay. Good enough. We already have the kit for that, of course. Now, does this thing fold up for towing? Is that the idea? Detach while folding not allowed. Yeah, but it's not folding. Do you understand? Alrighty. Our little animal setup. So our canola looks like it's doing well. Awesome. We got one decent sized field there, and then we've got our 3 strip fields. Because of course this one over here is actually rice. Well, not yet, but it is a rice field. So, let's head in here. Excuse me. Man, I wish I wasn't allergic to YouTube. Alright. So, Alright, we'll start with seeds. Bloop. There we are, a couple of grand. Back it up a little bit. Alright, and there we go. Solid fert. There we are. So you're ready to go. Let's go have a look at the feed things. Mainly the pigs. I mean, we know what cows take. 64 different varieties of treated grasses. But the pigs, although the hint thing when they load the map says pigs will eat just about anything. Actually, it's pretty particular about what they will eat. Okay, why are you not coming up? There you go. So we also, okay, corn, canola are the other things that required, besides grain. But so corn and canola. Now I can plant corn. We have a field of canola going. So there you are. It's corn that we want to plant with this thing. And I believe we're going to need a corn header. I might be wrong. We'll have to go look, but is possibility. But corn header is what we'll need. Oh, look, it's already set up to do corn. So, oh, well, sure. Let's, there you go. Alright, let's see if it picks the field up. It does. Look at that. Oh, not AI worker. Us. Lines on. And okay. Alright. Alright, let's get you lowered down. Oh, you were lowered. Oh, okay. I think what the deal is. Okay. Really? Really? Oh. Alright, well then. Never mind. Let's change to... Yeah, I know, I'm not trying to. Do I have to go in here and turn that field off? Is that it? No, I can't change crops. Thank you. Can you go away with the crop can't be planted in March crap? Thank you. God. Now this isn't a mod as far as I know. I think this is an in-game machine. Alright, now we should be able to change crops, right? There we go. Weird. Didn't want to do anything as long as... Alright, now I still want to use that field for corn. But this field... Ooh, this field. Alright. And we will turn the lines on. Okay. Excellent. V. B. Not gonna tell me that there's something going on this time? Alrighty. Let's do this. Ooh. Makes some interesting rowage, doesn't it? Cool. And sunflowers away. So yeah, it's that time of year out here on the coast when pretty much every morning that I go out for my early day walk, I run into packles of deer. Indeed. There was 2 up in our yard here. Well, yard at the other side of our parking lot. Our yard just happens to have a mountain in it. But yeah, there was 2 there. And then I got less than half a block away. There was 3 more in the park across the road. Got another block up. Saw 2 of them crossing the road between the woods and the fire hall. And then got all the way back down to the other side of the park, and there was 2 more. So quite a morning for deer. Of course, it was quite a morning for cats, too. I saw 5 cats while I was outside. 3 of which were quite friendly and happy to see someone that time of the day. The other 2 were sort of standoffish and aloof and would only sit and glare at me. So, yeah. It's, might be early in the day, but it's amazing how much is out there kicking around. Not much in the way of people, thankfully. But yeah, certainly plenty in the way of critters. Now, being a nice rectilinear field, I should be able to just do back and forth by grabbing the next line and then just dropping it down early. Whoopsie, there you go. Pretty slow working speed, but that's alright. So the center for corn, not sure what else we'll plant. I think some of the veggies are plantable right now. Like I think we could put beans in. Which, as I say, I think is the one that we will run. We might even go for a crop of soybean. I think they have a fairly useful production line above and beyond just being soybeans. And seeing as we have a flour facility and a bakery, probably wouldn't hurt us to have a little bit more in the way of normal grain. Maybe a field of sorghum and a field of oats. I'm not sure which of those are currently plantable. But we'll have a look when we hit the end of the row. What else is available? I know March is a pretty big planting date here in the game, so let's have a look. So we can do grapes. Oh, and olives. That's right. I wanted to do olives. We're going to do that. Peas, poplar, potatoes. No, sorghum and soybeans not till next month. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do olives. We'll see how that works. Did I lift that? No, I didn't. There we go. Of course, there's going to be the rolling and all of that, but I think we'll probably hire up a local. Of course, there are none. We're alone in the world. But we'll get the AI to do it. And I guess on this map it truly is the AI because there's not another single soul in the place. The whole world is empty and we own all of it. So I finally had the final piece show up yesterday to a project I've been working on for a couple of months now. involving my 3D printer. As I said, once it is done and together, I'll show you guys. It's pretty cool, actually. And by far the largest project in the couple years I've owned my printer that I've tried. And I must say, I am some impressed with it. Not the project per se, although it looks really cool. But no, my printer. Long gone are the days when 3D printers were sort of an iffy thing and wasted as much plastic as they used. You know, it's just so simple. Well, hell, even I can do it. So, I mean, you know, it's, yeah, kindergarten levels of complexity for sure. But just literally hundreds of parts to put this project together. And I had 2 issues throughout the entire thing, 2 parts that didn't print properly. And they were both nothing to do with the printer. They were the fact that the filament that I bought was not properly wound. And so in one instance it was actually kind of seized together, a couple of strands, and that ruined it. And in the other, it was a matter of getting down on the roll. Some of it was overwound over the top of others. And just like when you're unwinding a ball of string or fishing line and you get down to the last few and they're kind of really tight because the line is now tucked under other wraps. Yeah, it was that. And same thing, it ruined that particular print. So, but other than that, every other piece, from things were as big as could possibly be and still barely fit on the print bed, down to tiny little, well, plastic washers, basically. And not only prints them accurately, but even the hole in the center designed for an M2 screw exactly fits an M2 screw. So, quite impressive. Quite impressive. And minor amount of setup, you know. You calibrate the bed once and then print all day. And it has auto calibration, so it's not like that's difficult. You just have to press the right buttons in the right order and then wander away, come back a little while later, and it's done its job. So, very cool. But yeah, once I do actually get it all together, I will show you guys. I'll do a vlog or blog or whatever the heck it is. I guess if it's got video in it, it's a vlog, so that's what we'll be doing. Boy, these fields don't seem that big, but they do take a little bit of working, don't they? This is one of the smaller ones. Oh, I didn't press fold. I pressed V. Stop it. I suppose I could turn the HUD back on. Oh, look. Let's not. Indeed. So, out of all of the days that we skipped through December and January and February, it snowed 6 times. Like if snow would be falling as you were doing the sleep thing. Yeah. But luckily, none of it stuck because we had it turned off. So we're not going to end up chucking this map in the garbage just because of a weird little bug. Which is good, because I am quite enjoying this. It's, yeah, way more my style of map. And I know that, the Ricci Homestead map is out for testing with Miss Dixie. So, and no, not my cat. I know my cat's name is Dixie as well, but that's just a coinky-dink. So, yeah, it's out for testing, so pretty soon. Wait a minute. Switching to English. There we are. Pretty soon we should have a map to look at. For sure. Now, no guarantees we'll be playing it. It may not be quite what we're after, but hey. If I wasn't such a fussy bugger, it Wouldn't matter. You're like, fussy? Man, I've seen the stuff you play. You ain't fussy. You ain't fussy at all. Beep, 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 beep. No. Oh yeah, I see there's one of those wonderful double lines because the field is out by that much. Boy, it sure doesn't use much, does it? Like so far as seed and vert. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. It'd be nice if it went a little faster. Fast fill. Very fast on the empty though, thank goodness. Oh, what a weird little seat. Huh. Yeah, I know. We've got 7 hours on this track. Do you think I would have noticed what the seat looks like by now? Such is not the case. See, it also says we're doing 12 kilometers per hour to the south. But I'll bet you that if we opened up the HUD and had a look at the compass, it would not say we're going south. See, I'm not sure what the logic behind that is. But it's definitely a thing. Definitely. Yeah, it should be interesting. Putting some olives and grapes down. See how that goes. Might even do like a half and half. Or we might just do olives. I don't know. Guess I should decide pretty quick, because that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with in the not distant future. So planter certainly makes for a neat looking field. Give it that. Alright, and once again, do a little donut. No. I think it's that one. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of looks like it's only a single pass on the other side, doesn't it? Ooh, it's gonna hit a stunning 2 degrees today. Brr. Hope we got the heater on in the tractor. See, I'll get the AI out here with the roller so he can roll all of this. I assume you need to do that for these as you do with all the others. I know it's a weird looking field and the roller is likely going to change it a bunch, so maybe we don't use it. Because I think that it plants it this way on purpose. Like, I think these ridges are a common thing with vegetables. I know that years and years ago my mum used to plant asparagus. She was a big fan. I've never been that big a fan. I eat them, but yeah. But yeah, she would dig the trenches and build up a ridge beside them. Plant the asparagus down in the trenches, and then as they come up, she would slowly bury them with the little hillock she'd put. And she would do that throughout their entire cycle. And what she would end up with in the end was white asparagus. I'm not sure why it had that second line. This seems to have filled it in quite well. Huh. I remember driving through the western states one day many years ago, and there's lots of farming going on in Washington State and Oregon for that matter, but I believe it was southern Washington State, and we were going down the highway, and all of a sudden got this really strong whiff of onion flavored, what do you call it, chips. Yeah, and it turns out there was, for miles and miles and miles, these huge onion fields, like just crazy. But long before we, sour cream and onion, that's what I'm trying to think of, but long before we saw them, that's exactly what it smelled like. If you've ever just, opened a bag of sour cream and onion chips, that first big woof that you smell off it, that's what it smelled like for miles. We were trying to figure out what the heck, why. Yeah, and then eventually we came across these onion fields, and they were just massive. Like, take all of the fields we've got, that would be one, and there'd be bunches of them. So yeah, it was quite the thing. Alright, that is our sunflowers. Let's turn off the lines. Okay, there we go. Now, do they want us to roll this? Needs rolling. Yeah, I find that. Oh, look, it did actually leave a section undone. Okay, well, that sucks, frankly. Well, we'll just run a line down. It's not like it was using up too much of our goodies. Huh. It's leaving some kind of weird tready bits. Ah, well. Yeah, it's kind of strange, eh? Oh. Don't know. We're sure drifting, though. That's okay. We're still covering that spot. It's very slowly going down. In fact, I haven't seen the actual seeds go down at all, so I think we're at the end of that, so there we go. Now, we can't do any more planting until next month. So let's have a look at... Well, first of all, as I say, we're going to... gonna get somebody out there doing the rolling. So let's get that set up. Ooh, this is a big puppy. Okay, that could be an issue. It doesn't fit in here. Who'd have thought? Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to park it outside for now. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not. I know what we'll do. Whew. Almost got it hooked anyway. We'll just park it in the end space. That way we can just drive in and out that way. There we go. No problem. Alright, so let's get you on the roller. Whoa. Don't think you need to park that close. Alright. It's not looking as green as I'd like our crops there. Might need a little nitrogen boost. Alright, unfold. Now, as this is much bigger than the cedar, well, maybe twice the size, shouldn't be any issue for this guy to get this done in a hurry. So, Mr. AI Worker, do your headlands, okay, and you're off. Meanwhile, let's figure this out. So here's our rice field. And here's the other giant field. So, how do we... No, I think we have to do it through here, don't we? I believe. And cultivation. Here we go. So, olive groves. Oh, actually, let's be special. Just in case I make a terrible hash of this. Alright, now... Oops. Forgot, you can only go forward, you can never go back. Alright. Stop. So I don't know, like, how much space these require. You know, or how much distance you're supposed to have between them. Or pretty much anything. Costly process, isn't it? Alright, let's see how that looks, shall we? Alright. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess that's okay, eh? Oh, I guess. So... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10 rows. Okay. That's good. Now... okay. So... okay, it says they need to be fertilized. Oh, our guy's still at it? Okay. Now... so, I'm going to plant a row of grass at the edge of this. Then, whee! Over the humps for the rice field. Perfect. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do on the other side of it. But, like I said, for now... Alright, I need the HUD back on because I want to use the compass. So... Fun. Alright. Alright, that looks pretty good. Sure. Let's lower it down, fire it up, and let's make a run for it. Okay. And that, simply enough, will give us a row of grass between these. So... that's all we needed this guy for. Short and sweet. There we are. And off you go. Oops. Get in there. There you go. Twitchy, twitchy. There we go. Popper there. Okay. And our other guy's still at it, eh? Really? Didn't think it would take him that long. But there you go. So we've got olive trees. Like I said, I'll consider doing grapes as well, because we can do them right now. It's just there's so much kit you need. But, oh well, I think we will probably be doing that. I kind of want to spend some time here on this map. Let's see how our AI is doing, and then I think we'll call her a day. A Thursday, actually. So, yeah, just in case you're wondering what day. Alright, well, it doesn't look nearly as pretty as it did. But we have sunflowers growing, and it doesn't want anything more of us. So, he should very soon be done. There you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you know what to do. Please remember to hit that like button. Till next time, take great care of each other, and ciao for now.